Like many of you guys, I've come to realize that I feel like I have an unhealthy obsession or addiction to this game. I don't know if I would go so far as to classify it as an addiction, but I definitely probably care too much about Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, much more than I should. Now, that's not to say that it's not an enjoyable game and that I feel like I'm held captive or something like that. I just feel like I definitely do not have a healthy relationship with this game. Now, that being said, I'm not quitting the game or anything. Nothing nearly similar to that. But I just wanted to be honest with you guys. I've looked back at Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes throughout the years from launch to now. I looked at old years and years and years old videos on controversies and big changes and all sorts of stuff in between, when the game was at a high, when the game was at a low, when the game came back up, when the game came back down. And I feel like I don't often be honest with myself, you know what I mean? I feel like I just don't think realistically about this game all that often. And what I mean by that is, I've made no secret that, I love this game. I talk to all the biggest content creators. I, have become friends with Crumb, who's, our community manager, and, I'm friends with beta testers, and, I feel like I've slowly but surely, become a part of the community. Hopefully a good part of the community, a part of the community that people can enjoy and that people actually, don't hate. Though there are people, yes, those of you out there in the little comment section with your death threats, those are not necessarily the most appreciated. But for the most part, engagement with the videos is usually positive. And, when I first got, hate and stuff like that, of course it affected me because I've only been on the, public facing on the internet for a little over a year at this point. So, it was all sort of new, but that's not really the point of this video. I feel like I was placing unrealistic expectations on what I wanted from this game. I've been gaming my whole life. I mean, some of my earliest memories are of playing video games as a small kid. I've spent tens of thousands of hours playing video games in my life, and I feel like I've viewed this game more as those other games than kind of what it really is. It's a hero collector mobile game that's free to play, pay to win, or or free to wait, pay to not wait. And I felt that as I would progress throughout the game, maybe I would find the game more and more fun as you get to access, later and later game modes. When you hit level 85, you unlock Grand Arena, you get to start doing that. You get to start participating in light side Geonosis territory battles once you get to a certain point. And I feel like I'm at this point where, there's not a ton to do in the game, and kind of why I keep coming back is like the community aspect. I think I've made that, more than known to all of you guys that, if this was just a game that I played by myself and didn't have that, like, that community, that engagement, and not just like, being a YouTuber or whatever, but, even before I was a YouTuber, I would watch Fort Mort streams, and I loved hanging out in his YouTube videos and when he streamed on YouTube and stuff like that. And I found Galaxy of Heroes has always had one of the most vibrant, one of the most, warm communities. And though it can be quite harsh sometimes, just like anything else, if you go on the Reddit or if you cross someone in the wrong Discord server or whatnot, but I felt like overall it's a very positive place. The Galaxy of Heroes community has done a lot for charity and stuff like that, and I just feel like it's a place that's welcomed me more than I feel like I deserve. 10,000 subscribers in about a year is, I'll be honest, not really earned. I don't know if I provide value equal to the return I've gotten from this game, but I've been thinking, and I expect too much from it. And at the end of the day, what I have to do is I have to take a step back, and I have to take a step back and realize that this game is not going to live up to the unrealistic expectations that I have for it, and that I can still enjoy this game as long as I keep it within a frame of reference, as long as I keep, how I view this game realistic. I'll play this for a couple of hours on stream, and for a few minutes when I wake up to do my dailies, and at night before I go to bed, I'll like do go into the shipments or whatever, and and do stuff there. So it's not a game that I spend all day with, like you would a competitive shooting game or a story game that you really get lost in, or even a card game that you play with your friends or something like that. It's not that type of game. It's not the type of game, and it doesn't have the game modes to make it a type of game where you kind of just spend your day in it. And I feel like I've been wanting that from this game, since this is the only game that I play. I have a really terrible setup. I use a laptop to make all my videos, and I have a really old monitor, and all of my equipment I got for free or is hand-me-down. So I haven't touched the PlayStation or the Xbox in years, and that's where I've done most of my gaming for most of my life. So I've become detached from that stuff, and I feel like I wanted that void to be filled by this game, and this game was just not the game to fill that itch, that constant gaming itch that I'm sure everyone has or has had, where like sometimes you just want to play for hours. You don't want to be live streaming, or you don't want to be doing it you just kind of want to play the game. And I feel like I've set high expectations, and it's let me down, and that's kind of affected my mood. It's kind of put me in a negative space. So I've decided that this game, I'm not going to spend much time on it anymore. I'm not quitting, obviously. I just need to be reasonable. I need to, when I'm streaming, I'm streaming. When I'm making videos, I'm making videos. When I'm doing collaborations on other people's channels, that's it. But the constant, coming back, and, every time I log into this game and there's nothing to do, I realize that there's nothing to do, and it gets me down. So if I limit, my interaction to basically just interacting with you guys, I'm kind of cutting out that constant negative feedback of, if they expect us to enjoy conquest and territory wars, well, we're just not going to enjoy it. We're going to sim the Sith raid soon, and the Crankcore raid is over before I wake up, so I can't do raids. I just got a GL, so now I can finally do some squad arena battles, and I forgot to sign up for GAC 2 weeks in a row. So yeah, I'm gonna reframe, I'm gonna reposition my frame of reference, or how I view this game, and I think I'm gonna enjoy it a lot more. I think I enjoyed this game a lot more before I put on the stupid persona that I do, where I'm like, hey guys, APGAINS here, the greatest Star Wars Galaxy Heroes YouTuber of all time, CEO of Capital Games, and I'm the best, I'm the SWGOH and all of that stuff. I feel like I let that like APGAINS-ness like slip in and become actually like a part of how I think, if that makes any sense. Like I'm a very quiet, like introverted person in real life, and I feel like I let this like over the top, zealous, energetic kind of personality that I put on to make my videos more enjoyable, I feel like I kind of like let that slip in, and it set me up for wanting fast pace, fun memeage all over the place, where this game doesn't really offer that. And I think I need to be more cognizant of, Richard Biggs is not APGAINS. I'm not this thing that I create to try and entertain people, so that they join my Discord or subscribe or whatever like that. So I think I'm gonna cut back kind of on that. When I stream and when I make videos, I'm still gonna be doing the thing, but this is more like off air, behind the scenes. And I honestly think that not just the game, but I feel like it's more frustrating. You're gonna see a lot of negative stuff from YouTubers or Twitch streamers specifically, because we look at this game a lot differently than the normal player does. Like we play the game and we look at it from like that angle, but I look at, I'm very competitive. So, I see my analytics or whatever. And, you go to trajectories and like, all of these YouTubers from years ago, like DB who just quit, they're used to getting like millions of views a month. And the game, the online community for this game has really fallen off. And now, apparently we have record numbers of players playing the game, but, as you'll notice that those players aren't coming over to Twitch or YouTube. And I don't really care, about views or analytics or watch time or any of that BS. At 10,000 subscribers, the money you make is basically negligible. That's why we make the chalky milk ramen joke is like, I'm always upfront about, the money I make like on streams, especially those night streams where I have like a big glass of chalky milk and, we'll go over our analytics. We'll say we got this many views, we made this much money, we did all this sort of stuff, we got this many subscribers. So that's not really what I'm concerned about, but it's just like I notice the decline across the board more frequently as someone who uploads videos. And it's not really on my channel because my channel's so new that like I never reached like a peak. I came after the game was kind of already, dying off. So, I'm still doing, compared to how I used to be doing, fantastic. So that's not the issue. The issue is just like seeing Arnold or Cubs or, DB quitting or losing his love for the game, or, Heinze or Zareth or all these people who are, it kind of hurts to see that like their communities have died off. I couldn't imagine, like, let's say last month was the peak of last month here. I'll even open up my analytics and we'll actually get into this. September was the best month I had by far. I had 410,000 views on the channel in September. Like, I couldn't imagine like October right now. October is already a lot worse. I'll probably only have like 300,000 views in October for the directory I'm on. But imagine all of the friends, all the guys on Discord. Like, I remember like even 6 months ago, my Discord was, you could always talk to someone there. You know what I mean? There was always people going crazy and it was so fun. And, we got some changes to the game and then like you lose friends. And I mean, it's hundreds of people on Discord that, and you guys, if you've been on a stream, you guys know I'm very, very good at remembering people's names. When so-and-so comes in, like Ronan or someone off the top of my head, like he says, "What's up?" I say like, "Hey, Ronan, how are you? How's the missus? How's, this, that, or the other?" Not to disclose too much, but we had a guy come in, something happened in his family. When he comes in, I say, "Hey, how are you?" And, I'm not going to tell you his name. I don't want to, it's a private thing. And, I hope this relative of yours is doing okay. And say, "Yeah, like they're doing better." And it hurts a lot to see that people who, I feel like I've befriended, and I know we have a very weird relationship to where like I kind of like talk at you and you guys can talk back in comments or in chat or whatever. But like, I don't know what all of you guys look like. A lot of you guys, the members or whatever on Discord, like when we chat, we video, I know a lot more about them than I do about most people, but you guys can all admit that, like I know about your personal lives. A lot of you guys, I know your real names and, your family situations and stuff like that. And just the way the game's been going, like losing those people who, are valued members of my community. And I can't imagine, like, I don't know, insert whoever was getting millions of views and then, that's tens of thousands of potential friends, community members that they've been losing. And I don't think that's natural die-off to this game because this game is Star Wars and people will stick around. I feel like we've just had unrealistic expectations for what we wanted from this game. And no matter what they deliver, it's never going to, it's never going to add up to what we want from the game, if that makes any sense. And I think that more than anything else is driving people away. And you know, this is 15 freaking minutes into the video. None of my videos are ever this long. You know, if you guys are still here, do me a favor. I know this is kind of stupid and cheesy, but, you know, if you feel like you belong in the APGAINS community, in the 69th precinct, or in another community, I just want you guys to just, you know, say hello in the comment. I want to know that the last 15 minutes of me just being an absolute baby and rambling on, that you guys like kind of get where I'm coming from, because I always end my videos with, you know, as always, I love you guys and I'll see you later. And, you know, to a certain extent, like I do, like, you guys are important parts of my life, and it hurts to see you go. I'll be quite frank. You know, we just had a guy step into, like Jocko just stepped into chat today on YouTube, and it's long time no see. I'm like, yeah, dude, I haven't seen you in like 3 months. I think long time no see is an understatement. So I don't know. I'm just not in the right headspace with this game right now, and I just wanted to say thank you, I guess. I think it all boils down to, man, my throat really hurts. This all just kind of like boils down to kind of like a plea, I guess, to, you know, try to stick around. I mean, I enjoy having you here. I love when we fire up a live stream and, you know, the first thing that happens is everyone's like, oh, hey, and they like call out to their friends in chat, and it's just especially with everything going on in the world, it's just a nice community, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I can't remember the last time I saw, like, you know, like another human being's face. It's been months. Or, you know, hung out with friends, you know, went to the movies or whatever. So, like, you guys are kind of all that I really have, to be perfectly honest. And I just appreciate you guys. I think I'm going to leave it at that. As always, I'm being dead serious. I love you guys. I appreciate everything that you guys have done for me. I don't think you guys will ever truly understand that. And I hope to see you later. I really do. Have a good one.